I've gone dark for a while. So what's the backstory there? What's going on currently? And most importantly, how does it affect you right now? Great questions, and they'll be answered in this episode called 5 Updates Worth Your Attention. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Elite Business Connector podcast. I'm your host, Brian Buckley, husband of 1, father of 5. And I'm on a mission to help you develop, deepen, and master your business communication skills. Now, here's this podcast episode, big idea. This is the update episode. It's going to catch you up on the top 5 of what's new that needs your attention and how it affects this podcast. And honestly, I am stoked to be back at it and excited about some big news in an updated direction of this podcast and more. And this episode is going to focus in on these specific updates. So here are the top 5 of what's new that deserves your focused attention. First, what's new? The video podcast of this recording. If you're listening to this on audio, this is a brand new option for you. Now, if you're watching me, thank you, Dr. Obvious, right? Now, I've been an audio podcaster from my very first podcast you may not even be aware of, called the Energized podcast, which came out the fall of 2019, and it ran 60 episodes until January 2019. It's where I cut my teeth in podcasting, and I had a great co-host and a great first experience. And then I had almost 100 episodes of the Elite Roadwear podcast that ran from January 2019 until November 2023. And it's still an incredibly popular download for the business traveler. So if your job puts you on a plane or a car, check out the Elite Roadwear podcast. I'll leave that in the notes. And the first 11 episodes of this podcast was audio only. And then I had to put it on pause due to some major health issues on my side, which didn't allow me to record or write with any consistency. But thankfully, I'm back at a place of stability with my health and hence back recording this podcast. So with the relaunch and rebranding, it was perfect timing to go all in on video podcasting now. Now, we'll be figuring this out together along the way, so you'll see my mistakes and hopeful growth in this area. So I welcome specifically your patience and then some feedback on this one. Second, what's new? Brian Buckley Speaks brand. I've been a corporate trainer, you may or may not know that, for decades. And I've always wanted to create my own speaking and training business, and that day has come. BrianBuckleySpeaks.com site is being launched, and I couldn't be more excited for this new entrepreneurial venture for me. This specific site will be a central location for my keynotes, workshops, books, articles, and even this podcast will be on there too. I'll put the link in the show notes. So if you're interested in checking out this new site or any of my speaking services, which I'd love for you to do, obviously you need to check out the correct spelling of BrianBuckleySpeaks.com. It's Brian with a Y. And I've been in the sales world in corporate training for actually 25 plus years to be exact, and excited to finally leverage my experience to speak at conferences and events along with companies through workshops and consulting and coaching. I'll unpack more details in future episodes about this site and how it could potentially bring value to you and potentially your company as well. But I want to introduce it to you right now on this update episode. Third, what's new? My new book. So for those of you that don't know, I've written 4 previous books, 3 on business travel and then 1 on business, social, and communication skills. The 3 business travel books are called Elite Roadwear, 6 Energy Habits to Master the Business Travel Life, Elite Business Travel Boss, the Unwritten Success Guide to Leading Business Travel Teams, The Roadwear After God's Own Heart, Exploring 6 Seasons of King David's Life Through Business Travel Eyes. And then my last book was on business social skills. It was called Elite Business Connector, How to Develop, Deepen, and Master Business Social Skills. This book actually got a new cover, which is on the canvas behind me right there. All 4 of these books can be found on Amazon. They're available in multiple formats, print, Kindle, and also Audible. Now, the big what's new news is my 5th book. The First 5 Minutes book is coming out. It's available actually right now in a soft launch between us girls. Came out January 5th, but the Kindle version on January 26th, and then the Audible version on February 23rd. Now, the First 5 Minutes subtitle is How to Leverage the Most Important Minutes to build connection, trust, and influence. Now, let me read to you the back of the book description. You get 5 minutes. What will you do with them? Most business conversations are lost before they even begin. We talk too much, sell too soon, or stumble through awkward small talk, wasting the most critical moments of any business interaction. But what if you had a proven plan to leverage, not lose, those first 5 minutes? In the first 5 minutes, business connection expert Brian Buckley offers a simple, repeatable framework to turn every business conversation into a powerful connection. Whether you're an extrovert who talks too much or an introvert who freezes up, this book shows you exactly what to say and when. Inside, you'll discover how to read the room and begin with confidence using intel and observation. Nail names and never forget them again. Ask, listen, and learn to build trust and immediate connection. Surface the real problems without sounding pushy or transactional, and carry the conversation beyond the opener for lasting influence. Stop winging it. Start winning it, because the long-term relationship matters than the short-term sale, and it all starts in the first 5 minutes. There's the description. So, between us girls, did I intrigue you? Am I selling you on getting the book? Come on now. But here's the book's audience. It's written for anyone who is a prospect, customer, or guest focused, and of course, specifically sales due to my corporate background. But honestly, that's the context, but it can work in any application and in everyday life. The book is based on a framework that is designed to be guardrails for you, but not handcuffs. Now, the framework has 3 parts. The first minute, think personal. The middle 3 minutes, think professional. And then the last minute, think problem. Now, it's designed to help you connect quickly and confidently in those first 5 minutes. Because if you don't nail and connect in those first minutes, nothing else really matters. But if you do make that early connection, everything changes. You'll be hearing more about the book in the coming weeks. In many future episodes, we'll be breaking down elements of the first 5 minutes framework that you can begin to apply immediately. So here's some insider information. If you're ready to dive into the book right now, as I mentioned, the paperback version is currently available, followed by the digital Kindle version on January 26th, and then the Audible version on February 23rd with extended bonus content. 3 down, 2 to go. Here's the 4th what's new that needs your attention. The development of the 6 connection skills. My 4th book, Elite Business Connector, it actually highlights 3 specific focus areas: communication, conversation, connection. The first of communication is all about me, or all about you. Our communication in the business world is absolutely critical, and those that can master it are the highest performers. That second focus area is all about you or me, and this is the banter that's both an art and a science, and it needs to be improved on a consistent basis. And the third focus area is connection, which is all about us. This is the focus area that's the ultimate goal, because when you connect with someone, everything else is easier. And these 3 focus areas are accomplished through the 6 connection skills. Now, there are 3 B skills: who you need to be, and then 3 do skills, what you need to do. Let's break those down real quick. The B skills. First is be aware. Now, these are your observational skills, or I call it OQ, observational intelligence. Second B skill is be authentic. That means being real and genuine and showing you actually care to the other person. And the third B skill is, well, be engaging. You're involved and you're active in that conversation and you're giving your full attention. Then there are 3 do skills. The first one is ask questions, which most business people rarely ask questions at all, or know actually how to leverage them. The second do skill is listen. This is a skill that's least focused area, or least of the focus areas, but critical to becoming an elite business connector. And the third focus area is learn. What do you do with the questions that you've asked and listened to their response? I'll be doing an entire episode on these 6 connection skills, but I wanted to make you aware of the concept and the framework right now, since it's brand new material. And the ultimate goal now is to become an elite business connector, hence the name of this podcast. These are the professionals in the business world who work at their social and communication skills craft to excel. They don't want to be like everyone else because they're high performers. They do the skills, the be skills and the do skills, and put in the reps to become elite. Now, think of an elite athlete or musician. Their habits are completely different than their competitors or even their teammates. And this is what puts them at that elite level. And how do they become elite? The 6 connection skills. Same is true in the business world and the premise of this Elite Business Connector podcast. Lastly, here's the 5th what's new. It's the First 5 Minutes book launch team. This is exciting for me when I launch a brand new book. Now, a launch team is simply a select group of people who commit to reviewing the book before the release date with an advance free copy in exchange for a review upon the book's release. Now, I can hear you right now. I would absolutely love to become part of your launch team. How do I do it? How do I join? It's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. If you're interested in becoming part of the First 5 Minutes book launch team, there are 3 easy, but they're real necessary steps. Now, that first step is to pre-order the book. For the launch, I have the digital Kindle version for only 99 cents currently listed on Amazon. But why does the pre-order really matter? Well, first, it builds Amazon's momentum with the book when they see the pre-order sales. And the second reason is your digital copy will be delivered automatically on the official launch date of January 26th of the Kindle version. And third is your review becomes marked as verified. Amazon's algorithms, they weigh verified reviews more heavily than those non-verified reviews. Second step, you'll be able to choose your reading option, the full version of the book, print or digital, or the summary version of the book. Let's break that down real quick. Now, the full version, if you want to read the full manuscript, you'll be able to download the full PDF ebook, which I would send to you, or buy the original paperback book. Now, the book is only 100 pages, cover to cover, and it's a quick, easy, but very practical read. Let me explain the summary version. If you're one of those that's short on time, feel free to use this one-page summary. It's going to give you the core ideas, and it's totally fine for writing a review. I wrote a one-page summary of the book. Then I have a more complete summary that includes a summary of the introduction, each of the 3 main parts of the book, the first minute, the middle 3 minutes, and then the last minute, and then on the conclusion. And the third step, post the review on the official launch date of January 26th. Now, the book summary gives you a number of quotes from the book that you could easily pull for the review, along with a number of review examples. I've tried to make it as easy as I can for someone who is short on time, but they're still interested in supporting me in this specific way. And I am humbled by anyone who's willing to do this solid for me. I've got hundreds and hundreds of people that have already signed up, and I'm just so grateful. If you've never been part of a book launch team, this is your chance, and I'd be honored for you to take part in the launch of my 5th book. I'll have a link in the show notes that gives you the 3 steps mentioned and more details on that process. Again, thanks in advance for even considering joining my book launch team. Now, maybe you're listening to this in the future of this episode and after the book is already officially out and the launch team is done. You can still be involved. How? Well, find and purchase the book on Amazon, read it or listen to it, and then put up a review on Amazon. I would still greatly appreciate it. Wrapping it up. Here's a quick review of the top 5 for what's new and deserves your attention. First is the video podcast option. Second, what's new is Brian Buckley Speaks brand. Third, what's new? The First 5 Minutes book. The fourth, what's new? The development of the 6 connection skills. And then the 5th, what's new is the First 5 Minutes book launch team. Now, I'm a big fan of taking action. So here are the top 3 action items. First is check out the video podcast option if you're listening to the audio only. Second is check out the new BrianBuckleySpeaks.com site, BRYANBUCKLEY, speaks.com. And third action item is join the First 5 Minutes book launch team. I'll have the link in the show notes with all of those details. Now, I'm excited about these top 5, what's new, and I hope this episode gave you an inside look at the direction of the podcast, me personally, in the coming weeks and months of where we're going to unpack these. So as we wrap up, here's a quick sneak peek of the next episode. We'll be focusing on the First 5 Minutes framework, which is in the book, in detail. And you'll get that episode free with this episode at no additional charge. Yeah, I know. I give and I give. Here are my closing comments and possible side marks. This episode, it's officially in the books. In and out, nobody got hurt. Good thing, because you would have caught it on video, right? Remember to subscribe and to share this podcast if you're that extra mile kind of guy or girl, and to consider rating the show. That helps the show get a lot more recognized. Lastly, don't forget that all of the episodes' reference links are available in the show notes. As we close, seems odd, but I'd actually love to hear from you. You can do that by sending me an email to my new email address, Brian, B-R-Y-A-N, at brianbuckley.speaks.com, with any questions, comments, ideas, even throw in a Snyder mark if you like. I respond to every email. If you doubt me, try me and reach out to me. I actually really enjoy these emails, especially the feedback, ideas for future episodes, introductions of you, what you're learning, or even guests to interview. As my Chicago Bears chant, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good gets better and your better gets best. And to quote my father, thanks for coming, but most of all, thanks for leaving. I'm out. You got this now.